The Samsung Note series is one of the flagship phones that Samsung brings to the market every year. And this year, they have brought the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. They also have a smaller version of the phone, but this video is all going to be about the Ultra model. Well, straight off the bat, the phone is huge with a massive display and has all the features one would want from a phone. I would like to tell you beforehand that the phone is only meant for people who want the best out of the best. So to start it off, I'm the crazy gadget freak and this is my full hands-on experience of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Until now, during the unboxing, we have found the Type-C charging cable with wall adapter, the Type-C headphones by AKG, and yes, the phone itself. Let's boot it up. Talking about the design, it's a squared shape with 120Hz waterfall AMOLED curved display. The brightness on the display is the best in the market with 1609 nits. The 6.9 inches AMOLED display has an Infinity O display with 91.7% screen to body ratio. It actually is one of the best screen displays of 2020. Hats off to Samsung in that department. The weight of the device is 208 grams, which I would say is normal for any phone nowadays. The phone has dual speakers, which is again the case with every phone nowadays. Now talking about the back of the phone, it has a matte bronze finish which actually looks better than what Samsung had with the S20 lineup. Now this looks like a premium device. With that, the phone is not a fingerprint magnet because of the matte finish. The contrasting color of the camera section and the metal rings around the camera are the best on any phone till date. I would like to say this again, the phone looks amazing. The Samsung logo is on the bottom of the phone, again, which I'm not able to understand why Samsung would do such a thing. How are they going to market their phones if your logo is going to hide under your palm? Let's see if they rectify this in the next year models or not. Now to talk about the phone's capability, the phone has the latest 5G technology. The Samsung Note 20 Ultra can actually do everything a person wants to do on their smartphone. Thanks to the Samsung DeX, it's a full-on computer on your hands. Seamless connection with any smart TV through Wi-Fi without using the cable. I've always wanted this in a phone. You could easily take notes on your phone screen while watching a video on the TV screen. The phone is packed with SnapDragon 865 Plus chipset, 12 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, which also can be expanded with the help of a memory card. In South America, Asia and UK, the phone comes with an Exynos 990 chipset, which is again normal for those markets. In some parts of the world, you also get it with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. I actually do not understand what Samsung was trying to do with such weird variants around the globe. The OS running on this phone is Android 10 with One UI 2.5. The same OS is now available on the S series. For the gaming experience, the Game Pass for the Xbox is a great collab with Microsoft. I'm not a big fan of Xbox, so I'm going to leave this part wide open for discussion. But normal gaming experience has been so far amazing. Lag-free, good sound effects and 120Hz refresh rate for some games is again great. The battery will drain faster on the Exynos chipset while playing games as compared to the SnapDragon chipset. You can also play games on your big TV screen with the help of the Samsung DeX, which is absolutely amazing. Again, hats off to Samsung for Samsung DeX experience. Now coming to the camera of the phone. The front camera is 10 megapixel camera, but we are here to discuss the huge camera bump on the back of the phone, which consists of 3 cameras, the flash and the new laser autofocus. The Samsung S20 Ultra had a huge flaw with its autofocus, which they tried to improve with software updates, but still was not the best. So this time, Samsung came up with the laser autofocus, which does a great job as compared to the S20 Ultra. They have retained the 108 megapixel camera but have ditched the 100 times space zoom and replaced it with 50 times digital zoom. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm still going to stick to my viewpoint. The world is not ready for 50x or 100x zoom. They have changed the telephoto lens from 48 megapixel to a 12 megapixel lens. The 12 megapixel telephoto lens does a good job with great dynamic range. The ultra wide lens is again 12 megapixel. Here are some of the clicks from this beast of a phone. I have not used the camera to its full potential, but more on that in my next week's video when I would be comparing it with the OnePlus 8 Pro. The biggest difference between the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and the S20 Ultra is that the Note features an S Pen. The S Pen has reduced the latency to 9 milliseconds, which is a huge improvement over the last year's Note 10 Plus. The stylus lets you take notes, draw sketches on the go, and Samsung has included some of the new features this time around to boost the productivity of this phone. The new Samsung Notes app automatically syncs your notes to the cloud so you can access them from any device. The S Pen in the Note 20 Ultra now supports a bunch of new AI gestures for things like returning to the home screen or quickly taking screenshots. I'm not sure people want to take out the S Pen that oftenly. It's still good for handling presentations and clicking group photographs with just a single click of the S Pen. To talk about the battery, it is a 4500 mAh battery. The Exynos chipset drains battery faster as compared to the SnapDragon chipset. According to my knowledge, there is a gap of 1 hour of screen time between both of the variants. As I'm using the Exynos version, still it gives me a good full 1 day of usage, which I would say is not that great, but I can live with that. The phone itself can charge within an hour's time due to its 25-watt fast charging adapter. The phone also has wireless power share at 9 watts, which is actually good as compared to other phones with 3 or 5 watts power share. Now to summarize my full review, I would want to say this, that the phone has some amazing features, but Samsung could have brought a universal phone to the market regarding the specs. The screen could have been less curved, and the bottom speaker sometimes is blocked with the palm, so the positioning could be worked around. Other than these 3 points, this phone is one of the best phones made by Samsung. So that's all for my review on the Samsung Note 20 Ultra. I hope you would like my efforts and my viewpoint. If that's the case, a subscribe to the channel would be very much appreciated.